Chapter 7 Mantras and Meditation. The Power of Sound. To activate the beautiful space, the altar we made, we need to use invocations, rituals to invite deities to amplify its powers. How do we do that? Let's understand that mantras, chants, or incantations, whatever you like to call them, are not something to be taken lightly. I've heard some ladies say, "Oh, I like the way it sounds, so let me start chanting this mantra." When I asked why, one of them answered, "Oh, because it sounds mystical." One should not just chant any mantra for the heck of it. It's not a pop song. It can invoke good or bad energies. It can invite blessings if appropriately done, or invite the wrath of the deities if done improperly. Sound has power. My spiritual master would talk about the power of sound a lot. He once said that when we speak hateful or critical words, they do not go in vain. They reverberate just like a ripple in a pond. Similarly, if we use positive and sweet words, they are also heard and reverberated in the air, in space, and water. The most powerful sounds are chants that glorify the divine, no matter what language or religion. In my ashram days, the chants that we learned had 16 syllables associated with names of Krishna, the Almighty, and we called it the Great Chant. A chant can't be repeated non-stop. Example, Rama, 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 Rama. Say that with the back of your throat. This is a chant. In my role as a teacher of Ayurveda, especially when I'm teaching Nadi Pariksha, biofeedback from nadis, or Marma, the first order of business is to invoke the masters, gurus, and higher power. It is followed by the activation of the student's third eye. I go around chanting on everyone's third eye and putting sandalwood offered to the divine in that area. The teachers in our school and I will activate or reduce chakra activity via mantras. Then we go about our business of teaching Ayurveda. Before I check someone's nadi or see a client, I also pray and do a little chant. This leads to many clients either surprised or asking me questions. My beautiful students are always inquisitive, and this ritual attracts a lot of questions, curiosity, and it seems mystical to them. My students are always asking me questions about learning new mantras. The meaning of the mantra is considerably more profound than just an ordinary chant that helps calm the mind. Mantra has become part of the English language, but generally taken to mean an assertion that one may, sometimes mindlessly, repeat. However, that's not the case. Mantra can be translated as distinctive sounds that deliver the mind. Mantras have power and potency. Mantras are sacred vibrations invested with divine power and will reciprocate with us as we respect them. They can also invite inauspicious and negative energy if done improperly. In ashram life, we were also given these particular sounds called bija or seed mantras. Seed mantras had seed words that could invoke the deity associated with that sound. These seed mantras could only be passed down from qualified guru to disciple. I used to think of them as summon mantras. They were the catalyst in increasing the power of our meditation and chants by orders of magnitude. I wince every time I hear someone use the seed mantras, and I wonder if they received the mantra from a guru or she read it in a magazine. Let's also clarify the difference between mantra and kirtana. Chanting and singing in a group loudly with instruments and music is kirtana. In a kirtana, we also tell a divine story and glorify a deity. Many religions read their psalms, shlokas, or holy verses in a chant-like poetic meter. Kirtana may be singing of sacred poetry and sacred books in a chant form as well. These chant forms are called chandas in Sanskrit. Think of it as a Vedic poetry meter. There are 6 ways to recite Vedic chants. The shortest and most auspicious is called Gayatri. The most famous example of this meter is the Gayatri mantra from Rig Veda. Coming back to mantras, there are many varieties, and they are meant to be invoked or close a ritual. They may be a prayer, or asking blessing on a new house, or consecrating a new union, whether marriage or a business partnership. Mantras may be invoked to bless fertility and conception or to bless a pregnancy. There are thousands of mantras. If it helps, think of it as chanting that is a common theme in many ancient religions, cultures, and regions around the world. From Gregorian chants to those recited by ancient Mayans, Native Americans, to songs of shamanic traditions, they invoke a higher power. Recitation of holy verses from spiritual texts may also be done in the form of a chant. Chants can be spoken under the breath or loudly. Think of it as an incantation that connects different dimensions and the realms, the gross physical world we live in, and that which cannot be seen or perceived with our senses. Let's start with the most basic. At the beginning of this book, you saw a page with invocation mantras. These are called Mangalacharana. It means auspicious beginning. Usually, an invocation mantra begins with invoking the deity or higher power associated with our intention. If one has a spiritual guide or guru, they are also invoked at this time. The altar that you created in the previous chapter is where the higher power will be invited to come and sit while you are meditating on them. To activate our altar, our intention, and our nurturing means we should start with some invocation mantras. As our altar is a feminine divine or feminine angel's altar, we can invite Mother Earth, Shivani, Lakshmi, any of the female goddesses or feminine angels. Once we invite the angels or deities in our altar or home, we also need to ask them to leave. Usually the end of the ritual is, "Thank you for coming. Please come again. We are so grateful," followed by Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Let there be peace. Invocations are done on an auspicious day like a full moon. They should be avoided on a Saturday as a general rule. I've set out some examples of chants and mantras below. Invoking feminine divine in your altar or garden. Even scientists agree that our planet Earth is a living, sentient entity. From the Vedic perspective, she's actually an incarnation of Lakshmi, the wife of Lord Vishnu, the creator. She is his personal Shakti or power. In her personal form, she's a beautiful woman with 4 hands. She holds water, lotus, fruits, pomegranate, and vegetables and healing herbs in her hands. She can be invoked in the northeast corner of your garden with a small fountain. A sacred plant or a tree or some scented flowers can also be placed or planted here. A sacred plant includes tulsi, holy basil, bananas, or figs. Scented flowers can be jasmine, honeysuckle, or gardenia. As women, if there is one thing we can do to balance and bring healing into our lives, our family, and our community, it is communing with Mother Earth. A practical tip. I have seen people put up fairy gardens in so many places. Fairy gardens are very popular, and they're said to bring good luck and auspiciousness. Plus, gardens and plants bloom when the fairies are around. From a Vastu perspective, I advise my clients to put their fairy gardens in northeast corners or near your Mother Earth corner of your garden. All the fairies are minions that serve Mother Earth. They would be very happy to have their goddess represented as well. I don't have a deity of Mother Earth in my garden. My husband and I put up a little koi pond with water lilies, lotus, bananas, and other flowers, as well as a fountain and a bird bath. I also have my little fairies there, as well as other areas in the garden for protection. We invoked the holy river Ganga to come and reside in our small pond. We also pray around it and invited Mother Earth in an energetic form. This little area attracts birds, bees, fireflies, dragonflies, and a lot of mystical activities. There will often be birds that are not regularly seen in city areas that will come to our little pond. If you live in an apartment, create a miniature Mother Earth fairy garden on a windowsill. If nothing else, invoking Mother Earth in your home altar is also an option. You will notice the word Devi. It means goddess or angel that denotes respect. We don't want to call them by name without using Devi as a prefix or a synonym. Just like we don't call our parents by name, we don't invoke the deities by name without using a respectful prefix or a suffix. If you're afraid of chanting the mantras or getting them wrong, simply read it in English. Say it like you mean it. Let the words resonate in your heart. Activity 6. Step 5. Cultivate new habits. Create an altar. Change your diet. Add herbs and ancient practices to your life. In your garden or home altar, start the ritual by saying, I start the ritual. Invite Mother Earth or any female deity by using these prayers and mantras below. Ask her to sit at the altar. I have a small doll seat or a mini pillow to offer for sitting. Fairy garden decorative pieces work too. Offer her flowers in a vase filled with water representing water element. Offer her a candle, regular or electric candle any would do, representing fire element. Offer her fragrant flowers. Offer her incense or essential oils. Offer her a new dress. This could be a shiny, beautiful piece of cloth from a craft store. Once she accepts it, keep it as her blessing to you. Offer your written intention and ask her to bless it. Offer her some food, fruits, juice, milk, etc. on a new plate or bowl that has never been used before. Thank her for coming. End the ritual by saying, I end the ritual, followed by Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. How to invoke the energy of Mother Earth and other feminine angels and deities. Save the ritual flowers and cloth as a blessing for you. Repeat every full moon. Chants. You don't have to chant in Sanskrit. Simply repeat the translation. Say it as you mean it. Say it loud. I will try to record this and put it on my website. Bhudevi Mantra. Samudra Vasane Devi Parvatastan Mandale Vishnu Patni Namastubhyam Padasparsham Ksham Swame. Meaning, Mother Earth, you wear the ocean as your blue garments. Your bosom is the mountains. You're the consort of Lord Vishnu. I offer you my salutations and prayers. Please forgive me and us humans for any pain that we have caused you by our activities as we walk upon you, touching you with our feet. Lakshmi Devi for abundance and wealth. Before the yantra is put on the wall, it has to be activated with a mantra or a ritual. Offer flowers, incense, and candle. Pray over it and invoke Lakshmi via mantra in that drawing. Adi Lakshmi Namaste Stu Parabrahma Swarupini Yasho Dehi Dhanam Dehi Sarva Kamam Shacha Dehi Me. The prayer. Mother Lakshmi, you are the deity of all wealth and are all auspicious. You are the wife of supremely powerful Sri Vishnu. The world worships you as a deity of fame, wealth, and money, and abundance. We are inviting you in the form of Sri Yantra, symbol of Lakshmi, on the north of our home to attract your blessing. Please fulfill my intention. Please bless us and come and sit here. Durga Devi for relationship, seeking new partner, husband. Durga is Mother Nature. She's not Mother Earth, but nature personified. She controls sattva, tamas, and rajas in this world. If we think of this world as a home, she is the homemaker who organizes everything. She's the illusion potency. She's also worshipped by those who seek magic and illusion. Sarva Mangala Mangalye Shive Sarvartha Sadike Sharanya Trayambake Gauri Narayani Namostute. Meaning, you are the auspiciousness in all the auspiciousness herself, complete with all the auspicious attributes, who fulfills all the objectives of the devotees. O Gauri, O Narayani, please give me shelter. Saraswati Devi before starting education. Saraswati namastubhyam varade kamarupini vidya arambham karishyami siddhir bhavatu me sada. Meaning, I pray to you, Devi Saraswati, giver of boons and fulfiller of wishes. O Devi, when I begin my studies, please bestow your blessings so I become capable of understanding and digesting knowledge. The practice of meditation. When I teach meditation to students, I usually give an example of a famous actress in a famous movie who goes to India to find herself. There's this scene where she's sitting in an ashram trying to meditate with one eye open, but the mind chatter lets her think of anything else but meditate. The truth is, not one serious meditation practitioner in India meditates like that. We practice first. We warm up. We practice. We don't do it in a group for starters when we are beginners. Let me give you an example. Let's say person A wants to compete in a marathon in 10 months. She will find a personal trainer. They will create a plan. Every day at the same time in the morning, person A will put on her training clothes. She will start her day with an intense warm-up routine, then go running 3 miles for 1 month, then 6 miles in month 2. In 6 months, this person A will be running half the marathon distance. And as the marathon comes close, she will run the full length. This training will include meeting with a personal trainer and a coach, following a strict diet, and giving up alcohol or junk food. The idea is that once we have an aim and objective, we then build up our stamina to go further in our athletic endeavors week by week, month by month. We have a plan and we practice a lot. We always start with a warm-up. Similarly, to meditate, first things first, you need to set a goal. Why do you want to contemplate? Pranayam are the best way to warm up before a meditation. Chanting or kirtana music is also another terrific way to warm up. Choose the method that works for you. Dress the part. Loose-fitting light colors in natural fabrics are the best. Take a scented bath. Light a lovely candle or try some ambient lighting in essential oil. Sit very comfortably, either on a cushy chair, sofa, or couch. If you can handle sitting on the floor on a yoga mat, even better. You can also put on classical music without lyrics. I find lyrics may be distracting. Step 6, surrender. Now you're finally ready for step 5 and step 6. We will work on our mind and surrender. We will begin with some breathing exercises. Breathe in, hold the breath, and breathe out to your feet, taking note of any discomfort. Put your tongue on your palate and chant Om a few times. Om. Invocation. Invoke your deity or a higher power at this time to help you meditate. Touch your third eye chakra with your ring finger, any hand, and ask your spirit guide or deity to open your third eye.